everybody. I have tried something new over the past 2 weeks. I was away from my desk. I wasn't home. I had my sketchbook with me and just some little travel watercolor paints. And I decided since I couldn't work on my commissions or big pieces, I was going to do a little piece of art in my sketchbook every day. So for the past 2 weeks, I have done a small piece of art in my sketchbook every day. I know people say you should do art every day, and I usually do art every day, but I'm working on like something like this, a house painting I'm doing for somebody, not something just for me or to experiment or to learn. I'm working on a piece. This was just art for myself, a little bit every day. And I have learned so much from doing it, and I'm just really excited about it. And I thought I would share some of the things I've learned with y'all, and also give some tips on how to make a little time every day to do this. Because honestly, y'all, I am not a big commitment person all the time. I mean, I will be in my heart totally committed, but when reality hits, it can be really hard to do something every day. But I have done it every day for 2 weeks. Really pat on the back for me. Really proud. And I'm going to let you know some tips and some tricks on how to make the time to do that. And like I said, I'm going to let you know some of the benefits I've received from doing a little art every day. And that might spur you on to do the same thing yourself. So let's get going. And I'm going to share my sketchbook and some of the things I've learned. I decided the first day I was going to commit to doing this every day. And some of you might run into the problem of time when it comes to committing to do a watercolor sketchbook every day. And I know that was a concern for me. So the first day I did it, I set my timer to 10 minutes, and I did this little sketch of my dog Keisha in her bed up in our bedroom. I plopped down on the floor. I took my watercolors, even though I was at home that day, I still used my travel set. Plopped down, set the timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes to do the sketch and the drawing all at once. And to my surprise, I thought it turned out to be fairly decent. I learned from this that, you don't have to have a lot of time to do a painting. And I think that sometimes it might even be better not to have a lot of time, because I was very economical with the lines that I drew, with the colors I put in. I just stayed true to the most important stuff, and I didn't get bogged down in the details, which is something that I have trouble with. And just so you know, all these sketches I did, I put up as YouTube shorts. So if you go to the shorts section on my YouTube page, you can see just an abbreviated version of me painting each painting that you're going to see here. So problem one, as I said, you might have a problem finding time to do your paintings. Set a timer, do something quick, do something easy. You'll still learn, and it'll be something beneficial for you, and you'll have gotten your hand into it. Another problem you might have in finding time to do a little painting every day is when to do it. I know if you have young children, if you're working full time, it can be difficult. So the time for me that works best is either first thing in the morning or in the evening when I'm winding down my day and watching TV. And this is an example of a painting I did one morning. I painted my breakfast. I had been to Starbucks, so I had my cup of Starbucks. I had made some cheese biscuits and this little plate. I set the timer, I think, for 15 minutes for this one, and just jotted down the important parts. I felt like I, again, learned something. I worked on my shading with the cup. I minimized the decorations on the plate. Just, for me, the thing is learning how to leave out detail. And so I've been working on that with these. You will see, though, I get back in my trap of a lot of detail pretty soon. The next morning, I didn't know what to do. I have a stein my son sent me. He's deployed in Poland, and he sent us this stein, and thought, okay, I'm going to paint the stein. That was really interesting. It was a shiny surface, so I challenged myself with that shiny surface. And in doing your sketchbook like this and doing a little painting every day, you can set little goals for yourself. Like for me, it was, can I capture the shininess of that stein, and especially of the lid? I did an okay job. I didn't do great, but I learned. I learned a little bit about how to put those shadows and light in there, how to look at that. And I experimented. I used a gold paint pen to add the gold detail in here. So get your sketchbook, and then when you put these paintings down in here, it gives you freedom to experiment with other techniques, with other supplies, and it's just for you. You don't have to show this book to anybody. I generally don't show my book to my family and my friends. I am putting it on YouTube, that's true, but you know, those are strangers looking at it. Most of the time they say nice things, not always, but you know, so much for them. I don't care if they don't like it. They can, I don't know, they can just go fly a kite. So back to what I was talking about. In this, I experimented with using the gold paint pen, and it's not like I had some big work of art that I was going to ruin if I used the paint pen. I was able just to have fun with it. And so there's that benefit to doing these quick sketches. This was another one, a shiny object. This was my teapot that is on the counter besides where I had my breakfast. This did not turn out very well. And I just wanted to say, bad art is also good art. This, I mean, it's not terrible art, but I could have done so much better with this. But even when you do bad art, you learn something that helps you make your art better the next time. You know, I would have used some different colors on this. I would have been more careful in leaving white space on this. I would have gone darker some places. Okay, so what? It's bad art. You know, you have to make a lot of bad art before you start making good art. And I think that's one of the hardest things about being an artist is nobody wants to make bad art. I mean, you want to start out and be doing a great job like Michelangelo or something, but it doesn't work that way. Feel free to make bad art. And the place to do that is your sketchbook. So I'm saying it's okay if you make bad art. It's just for you, and you're still learning something, and you're still doing that art every day, which is a great thing. Now I'm leaving town. I was in the airport, so I set the challenge of doing a painting, like urban sketching out somewhere. My flight was called when I was in the middle of doing this, so I couldn't sit there and still have that plane in front of me. I just took a quick picture with my camera, went on board. I was able to sit in the airplane seat and finish this painting. If you go over to the YouTube short that shows me painting this, you'll see it starting in the airport and ending up actually in the plane, which was pretty cool, and it was very fun. And honestly, I'm pleased with this one. It helped me work on my perspective and just improve my drawing skills a little bit. That's another benefit you get from this. I think my drawing skills have improved over these 2 weeks. I think this is an example of an improvement in my drawing that I was really proud of, and I was glad to see. I'm out of town. People I'm staying with have a dog, so I did a little pet portrait of their dog. I had to take a photo with my camera again, but the dog was right there, but he wouldn't sit still. So I worked from that photo. Is it a perfect picture? No, but I enjoyed doing it. Then I went to Starbucks. This is where I get back into my pitfall of doing a lot of details. This wasn't so bad though, because I had a lot of time to do this one. I was waiting for somebody at the Starbucks. I asked them before I painted them. They were perfectly happy to let me sit there and paint them. I drew the whole thing out. I started painting it at the Starbucks. Didn't have time to finish it there, so I took it home and worked from the snapshot that I had taken at the Starbucks and finished this. And I think it's one of my favorite ones that I did. Again, it was a challenge on perspective, and this time I had figures in it as well. You could set yourself a goal of like, I'm going to do a face every day this week. I'm going to do a vase of flowers every day this week, and set a goal of something specific you're going to improve on every week when you do your daily painting. Here we are. Sometimes you draw in your book and you do it upside down. Bummer. But it's my book, it's my art. I set myself the challenge of doing this beautiful baby. I experimented with the skin tones, the pinkness in the cheeks. I'm pleased with how it turned out. Y'all, I would have never had the courage to really draw a person's face just from life and then paint it. I probably in the past would have used the grid method to put it on there or traced it. This is again an example of how I think my drawing improved over these 2 weeks, and I'm sure yours would too if you commit to doing this a little bit every day. Then you sometimes run into the problem of what to paint. When all else fails, paint your hand, paint your foot, paint your cup of coffee. There are a million little things around you that you can use to be inspired. And if you're not inspired by it, just paint it anyway. I'm looking at my desk. I could paint my iPod case. I could paint my reading glasses. I could paint the water cup. The world is full of little things that you can paint to make a little still life. All right, then I haven't painted this. I just had time to draw my palette. Ta-da. Then I set myself the challenge of painting a bag of Skittles. I really love how this turned out. That was a lot of fun to do. But this time you can see I'm going more than 10 minutes. I had more time on my hand because I wasn't at home. You know, if you have more than 10 minutes, great. Go for it. Do that. And so I had a lot of fun with this challenge here. I did an outdoor sketch of the tower in the park where I was. You can do something as simple as a pair of earrings. These earrings belong to my mom, and I just set them on the table beside me and sketch them. As I said, there's stuff to sketch everywhere you go. You can always find something. And this I'm working on right now. I only did the pencil drawing and the pen drawing last night, and tonight I'm going to do the painting of it. I'll put a short of it up on my YouTube channel when it's done. But this is fun. This is from Mardi Gras. This is the Proteus, King of Proteus floats. And Mardi Gras, the day I'm filming this is next Tuesday. And I love Mardi Gras. So I might do a series of little Mardi Gras prints, Mardi Gras paintings this week, which I think will be fun. So that is what I've learned from doing a painting every day for a week. I hope that you will find this helpful. I hope you will find it inspirational. So you might take a chance and commit to doing a painting every day for a week or 2 weeks. And now that I've started doing it, I'm loving it. I want to keep doing it. And hopefully you'll feel the same way. Now, if you have any ideas on keeping a sketchbook like this, any ideas on daily painting or suggestions, I hope that you will leave them down in the comments section below. I also hope that you will like my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe. I'm trying to put out a new video every week, and if you click the bell icon down below the video, you'll be notified whenever I put a new video out. I've also been putting out a lot of YouTube shorts, which are sort of like TikToks or Instagram reel type things for YouTube, and I'm really enjoying that as well. So I just want to thank you for watching my video. I know there are a lot of artists out there you could watch, and I really appreciate you watching me. And I hope that you have a great rest of the day and happy painting. Bye-bye.